Hello, 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 my beloved souls. It is Woke Wednesday. So, my beautiful way showers, light workers, witches, warlocks, shamans, crystals, indigos, 144,000, twin flames, divine masculine, divine feminine, however you're showing up in this world, whatever title you have chosen to resonate with in this lifetime, you're all welcome. I love you so much. Um, Last quarter moon, right? And we're heading towards a new moon, and so we have like a gibbous kind of like moon going on right now. It's the last quarter, and we're ending out Aquarius season, starting to move towards Pisces season as we're moving towards the new moon in Pisces, right? So we're going from air, which is all about the mental space, to water, which is about our emotions, right? Internal, all that deep kind of like gotta feel it to heal it kind of things, right? Anything that came up in your head during Aquarius season that's in your mind, you need to feel through it during Pisces season so that you can actually kind of like shift these energies, right? And not necessarily saying these things were like bad things. We're always growing, we're always expanding, we're always evolving, we're always learning, we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves and get to the next level. So here we are. Um a lot of beautiful light codes have been coming in, a lot of great activations. The last quarter moon is really the energy of like transitions and really finishing out the things that we started putting into motion from from the new moon, right? So we set our intentions for the new moon, and then we have like 4 weeks to kind of get it done. So this is kind of like that last push. So you should have already been seeing things manifesting in your now reality from that last new moon, right? And if you haven't, then it's time to like go within and kind of figure out like, all right, am I missing something? Am I trusting my intuition? Have I been following the downloads? When the opportunities are presented to me, am I looking at them through the eyes of faith or looking at them through the eyes of fear, right? And am I trusting the things that are coming before me and the guidance that I'm receiving, right? So that's where we're at right now. Um, and it's a very powerful time to be a light worker, right? We have beautiful light codes coming in. We have this beautiful energy coming in to really awaken us. We're in a 7 year, right? 2023 adds up to a seven. And that's all about the God number, right? The God and Goddess within you and really allowing your sovereignty to shine through. So this is a really powerful year. And we're kind of like finishing out that energy from 2022. Um, when we come into a new year, just because we celebrate New Year, we have a big celebration at midnight. The energy doesn't just like come to a halt because the uh, calendar stops, right? We still have to kind of like finish out that energy as we're moving into the new one. So we're really now starting to build in this new energy. We're really now starting to kind of like completely wash away what was and really step forward to what is and where we're moving forward. So set some really clear intentions, for this year. Like, I mean, get crystal clear on what you want your year to look like, right? Not just, hey, I want some more money or I'd like to lose weight, because you could get $1 tomorrow and that's more money than you had, and you could lose like a half a pound and you technically lost weight, right? Like, be clear, like, no, I'd like to lose 20 or 30 pounds, within the next 6 months, or I'd like to have my business grow exponentially and be bringing in $10,000, $20,000 a month, like be very crystal clear about what you want. I want a new car. Fantastic. Maybe you get a new car, but it's something sporty when you need something that's more like compact and like reliable, right? Maybe you get a freaking two-door, but you really want a four-door. Just be clear about the things that you want and put it out there, right? And then trust that you're going to receive these things, right? Ask, believe, receive. Ask, right? Open your heart, put it out to the universe. You're a child of the Most High. There's nothing that you can't be, do, or have, so you shouldn't feel ashamed about asking the divine for something unless it's going to cause harm to another person, right? We all know we don't cross that line, right? But you're asking for yourself. You're asking for the desires of your heart. And then you need to believe with unwavering faith, like a child is on Christmas, right? They know if they ask Santa for something that they're going to get it. They don't question it. They just put it out on their little piece of paper and then they move on with their life, right? That's the belief that you need to have right now, and then be open to receiving it, right? Knowing that you're going to get this thing, right? You're asking for a new car. Fantastic. Where are you going to put it? Right? Do you have a parking space? Do you need to clean out your garage? Do you need to get rid of the old car and maybe like put it up for sale or donate it? Like, these are the things that we just need to put into place. And as many of you are have been activating your gifts, your spiritual gifts and talents have been coming online. And I know it can be a little overwhelming for people, right? We have these ascension symptoms. All of a sudden, we're like, what the hell is this? Like your body's doing weird things. You're starting to have these crazy dreams. You don't resonate with some of the same people that you did before. Even your body's like rejecting some foods. I've been having a working with a lot of people and doing like food testing on people and energy testing on people and just shifting, because as you embody more light, your diet is going to change, right? um for many of you, you may not be eating nearly as much, right? But there'll be times where you kind of like your body's like craving like proteins and heavier things and like maybe some meats, right? And just really follow the inner guidance of your diet, right? Really follow your intuition. I'm a big intuitive eater, right? Intuitive eater, intuitive healer. um it's just kind of like how I live my life, because I know that like when I follow that guidance, I always feel better, right? And so I've been guided away from things that I love, right? Because they're draining some of my energy, or they're causing wow, the chakra closing up, or they're causing some low vibrational energies, right? And so my soul is kind of like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. You need to kind of like shift towards these other things. And I'm like, okay, I'm here for it, because I understand that like the more clear my channel is, the clearer the messages become, and the easier it is for me to pour into the collective, as well as to bless my own life as well, right? Bless, bless, bless. That's what we're doing it. So, anyway, my beautiful beloveds, I'm going to pull a few cards. I'm not going to make this message too long today, but I want to give you something on this amazing Woke Wednesday, because it's a great day for a really great day. And if you set the intention that today is going to be a good day and tomorrow will be a better one, guess what? You get to have that as part of your reality, right? So, again, what are we looking at our lives through? The eyes of fear or the eyes of faith? Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys, for being here with me and the Woo Woo crew once again. What do we need to know? What do we need to see on this delightful, wonderful Wednesday? Fantastic. Bottom of the deck, we have yes, baby. Yes. Just say yes, okay? Say yes to your blessing. Say yes to your abundance. Say yes to your joy. Say yes to the desires of your heart. Say yes to the opportunities and the manifestations and all these things that are coming before you, right? You deserve the blessings that are coming before you. And I know sometimes, like, when we're in the woo woo community, we can feel a little spiritually guilty, right? I know I was raised kind of thinking that like if you were wealthy, it was like a bad thing, right? Like we often misconstrue the message in the Bible where it's like, oh, the rich will not get into heaven, right? If God didn't want any wealthy people, Solomon wouldn't have been blessed, David wouldn't have been blessed, Abraham wouldn't have been blessed. It just wouldn't have been, that wouldn't have been a thing, right? When you're spiritually wealthy, you're also financially wealthy. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's a matter of making money, your God, and worshiping that before anything else, and using it to kind of like using your powers for evil as opposed to good, right? And so this is about you saying yes to your abundance, saying yes to light, saying yes to your joy, saying yes to your sovereignty, saying yes to your blessings, saying yes to your gifts, saying yes to your talents, saying yes to your joy, saying yes to your happiness, saying yes to unconditional love, and knowing that you deserve it, right? And getting with your soul tribe that's also with it too, right? This is a time where you're going to feel more aligned with your soul tribe, where you're going to start to be around other people that want to see you win, right? And so we're going through this time where things are being filtered out, and you're going to start to see it. Like there'll be some people that are removed from your life because no matter how well you're doing or no matter what's going on for you, they're just not going to be happy for you, right? There's just some people that are just more satisfied with your dysfunction and your chaos and your drama than they are for your joys and your rapture and your happily ever after, right? And that's a painful conversation to have, right? Especially when some of those people, most of those people you will find are within your very close knit circle, right? Your family and your friends. But these are the people that helped you to learn some of the karmic lessons that you needed to grow through in order to become the person that you are today as a divine masculine, divine feminine, and also to set some really clear boundaries and to call all your power back to you. Okay. And so I feel like a lot of you just need to make that part of your daily habits. It's something that I do every single night, but I call all my power back to me from all people, places, things, in all directions of time and space across all galaxies, realms, and dimensions. Now, now, now. Every night I call my power back to me. And every night I release any powers or energies that do not belong to me as well, right? You can use that as a shower meditation, or if you take a bath, whatever, or just say the words, right? But really cleanse your energetic field and call your power back to you. Um, some of you may be being guided to do like soul retrievals, right? We go through trauma and these karmic lessons, and sometimes parts of our souls are left behind, or left in those spaces. So it's time to start bringing yourself, all of yourselves, right, back together so you can come back into that oneness. Okay. I feel like that was just a few of you, but it needed to be said. All right, Mintonkin. I love this. It's always the light worker card, right? We get this card so much. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And look at all this water, right? All this water coming in as we're moving into Pisces season, right? Um, and we just had that really powerful full moon in Leo. But I get it as a light worker. Listen, I get it. This shit can be exhausting, and humans do the most. They can be unnecessarily exhausting, right? And it can be really hard to have faith and live in love and light, right? When you're dealing with the reality of some really toxic, narcissistic, karmic, dysfunctional people, that are around you, that are not about the light, not about the love, that are very low vibrational, that want to bring you down with them, that like to keep their claws in you, right? But this is about you just understanding, one, that you've been doing this for a really long time, over several lifetimes, right? So it can be a little bit exhausting. But two, that you're not alone in this, right? Like, you're not the only light worker here that's incarnated on the planet, and you came back here for a reason, knowing what time frame you were coming into, knowing the things that were going to be going on the planet, knowing the work that needed to be done, right? And so I know sometimes we kind of look up at the stars, and we're star seeds, and we look up at the stars and we're just kind of like, send me the ship, come get me, like, but you're here for a reason. So it's okay to have those emotions, right? And to feel that way every once in a while, but they're not sending the ship to come get us, right? We're here for a reason to do this work. So it's not about being depressed and being sad that they're not sending the ship. Like, be grateful that you decided to come here to do this work. You're not alone. There's a whole collective out here for you that's going to help, right? I'm here. The High Vibe Tribe is here. There are other light workers and way showers all across the globe right now that are activating, that are moving into these gifts. And as you awaken and step forward and really start to share the truth of who you are and your light and your love for the collective, guess what? More people are going to start to show up as well, that are in alignment with you, right? There are people that you might have met 10, 15, 20 years ago that are actually more in alignment with this energy now than some of the people that you hang out with on a day-to-day basis. And they may be coming back into your life, while some of the people that are here are going to be fading away. So just don't give up hope, right? And honor the feelings that are coming up, definitely, for sure. But know that, like, you're here for a reason, right? So 12, 12 on the clock. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Like I said, you guys, I feel this so strongly. So many of you are really activating and stepping into and connecting with your divine gifts, like really connecting with yourself at a really deep level. And it's really powerful. It's a really powerful gift. It's a really powerful treasure that you have going on, right? So how are you being called to step up? What are you being called to do at this time, right? Are you being called to lead a retreat, or start a YouTube channel, or start writing a blog, or create some jewelry, or write a song, or write a book, like whatever it is, right? It's a general reading for the collective, right? So there's so many of you, 8 billion people on the planet. I can't name everything that we're going to be doing, but there's a part of your spirit, there's a part of your soul that is nudging you forward at this time. And that is going to be how you share your gift. And it doesn't mean that how you start off is how you're going to end. You know what I mean? Just because, like, maybe you start off on the channel as like, maybe you start off doing tarot and oracle readings, right, on YouTube or something like that. And then you're led to create like jewelry or something like that. And then all of a sudden you want to, like, I don't know, start hosting like sound baths or whatever. Like, your gifts are going to shift, as you ascend, as you move forward, right? Things are going to expand. Some things are going to meld and come together, right? You're going to have like this, like, little freaking cauldron of like magic going on, and that's going to be like your unique gift to the world, right? Maybe some of you are going to are like herb witches, right? And you're like in the kitchen and you're helping to create new alternative forms of like healing medicine, right? With like herbs and tinctures and like whatever that is, right? Um the high priestess is energy of using our intuitive gifts, right? Really going within, becoming very self-aware, right? Self-knowledge, self-awareness, self-enlightenment, self-love. And then from that space, moving forward. So really tapping, going deep within yourself, knowing that you're a spiritual genius and that everything you need to know will come through you, from you, and within you when the time is right. Right? I got that from, what was her name? Martha, beautiful metaphysical teacher, but just know that, right? You're a spiritual genius. Everything you need to know is already deep within you. You just need to go inside to get those answers, right? And I know sometimes that can be a little off-putting because you're just like, how do I get inside? We all have different tools, right? I go into meditation. Sometimes if in my meditations, I'm big on writing. I tell you guys all the time to journal. I tell you guys all the freaking time to journal. There is a reason for that. One, you want to empty out whatever is in you. Two, you're communicating with your divine, right? As you start journaling, you're going to start to get some answers. For some of you, you may be doing automatic writing, right? But you go deep within. Maybe you want to pull some cards. Maybe you work with pendulums. Maybe you got astro dice. Maybe you're doing teacup readings. Like, I don't know. There's all types of things. Looking in the sand, right? For some of us, you can just sit outside and connect with the energy of the sun or the energy of the moon, and that's going to give you the answers and the guidance that you need. Right? You're going to see something on a billboard. You're going to overhear a conversation when you're on the bus. You're going to see a commercial on freaking YouTube while you're scrolling through looking at your favorite like channels. You know what I mean? Like be open to the answers that are coming to you. And if you're ever confused about the guidance that you're receiving, ask for clarity. Whenever I ask the divine for something, I ask that I get the answer repeated to me at least 3 times clearly so that I understand that this isn't a response of my ego and that's actually my soul and my team of light like guiding me. And I tell God, like I show me 3 times very clearly what it is I need to know so I know that this is the move for me. So I know that this is the answer for me. And then from that space I move forward, and I've been doing this work for a really long time, and I tap in daily and I go deep within, and I do readings, and even sometimes I doubt myself, right? Because I'm human and that's what we do. So just ask for clarity and ask for guidance, right? Call upon the Holy Spirit to give you a clear viewpoint of what it is you need to see, to show you your blind spots so that you can move forward. All right, come Holy Spirit, come show me very clearly in this moment what I need to see. What am I missing? What am I not seeing? Where did this come from? Right? And then be open to receive the answers. All right? Be open to the clarity that's going to come in for you. It is a gift for you from the divine. Okay? And final card. Oh my gosh, you got the Starseed card. I said, we all know we're Starseeds, right? What lights you up, my beautiful Starseeds? Your light workers. So what is lighting you up, my beautiful light workers, besides the energy of the sun, besides the Most High, right? What brings joy to your heart and to your soul and to your life? That is part of your gift, right? I get so annoyed with people sometimes, but I love people, right? I see within them their sovereignty. I see within them their light. I see within them their brokenness oftentimes, right? And that is both a blessing and a bane, right? Because I see them at a soul level. And so I deal with people oftentimes at a soul level. Unfortunately, in this 3D world, and I love this quote, it's like you gotta take people for who they are, but place them where they belong. You know what I mean? Just because I see your soul, and that's been a hard, challenging lesson for me, especially as a spiritual teacher and coach, to have to put people in their place and put them in a little box over here and put them on a shelf over there and move them over there and set some really clear boundaries, right? Because just because I see within you the God and goddess within you doesn't necessarily mean that you see it within yourself or that you're living life accordingly, right? And so I have to deal with where you're at right now, always holding space for them to move to a higher vibrational space, right? I'm always going to hold you in that light. I'm always going to see you there so that when you're ready to come, guess what? You have a guiding point. But I'm also going to have to deal with you where you're at right now, right? So if you're doing some low vibrational shit right now that's a little toxic and crazy and may cause some detriment to my family, that's why I got to check you. You know what I mean? You got to do not pass go, do not collect $200. Come back to me when you're ready to elevate. You know what I mean? To heal, to ascend, to grow. So what lights you up? What brings you joy, right? Is it pouring into the collective? Is it doing readings? Is it cooking? Is it spending time with your family? Is it making your music? Is it singing? Is it dancing? Is it writing? Is it drawing? Is it, you know, some people are really good with numbers, they're good with like the stock market and math, and some people are good with like, creating stuff on computers and stuff like that and having like technology work for them. Like, what is it? What is it? What lights up your soul, and how can you expand with that gift and share it more with the collective? We're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is all about communities, which is about the collective, which is about the big picture, right? Everybody working together. But you are a part of the tapestry of this life. You are a unique expression that is needed on this planet at this time. You are a part of the puzzle piece, right? The puzzle is not going to be complete if you're not in it. You are that important. You are that important. You affect millions of lives, whether you realize it or not, on a day-to-day basis, by touching one person's life, right? And maybe you're here, maybe you're on YouTube, maybe you're sharing your videos, right? And you're thinking it's not being seen, but maybe you share a message in your video that causes a spark in a conversation with someone else that leads to another pebble in the pond being thrown somewhere else. You never know who you're affecting, right? I never know if my messages are reaching people or not, and I don't go by like the numbers on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube here. I go by whatever is being channeled with to me and through me, and I share it. And I know that if I've even touched one person, then that's enough. And many times I will get like a random email or a text message, because my phone number to text is here under the video all the time, right? So I'll get a text message, or I'll get an email, or somebody will DM me, on like Facebook or Instagram, and just be like, hey, I needed that message, and it just lights up my soul, and lets me know that like I'm doing this for the right reason, right? Like I'm not just here just to hear myself talk. It's really not that serious, like it's not that serious. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing it because I know that if I don't, that if the message stops with me, then I didn't do my part, right? Like I was given a gift to be the mouth of God, to speak for a reason. To be silent is a waste of my gift. It's a waste of my talent, right? It defeats the purpose. All the people that I agreed with as a soul to come in here for and to do this work for would then not be receiving the medicine, the guidance, the glory, the ascension, whatever they need through me, because I didn't do my part, right? So it's time for everyone to show up. You included. You included. So how are you showing up? How are you willing to share your gift, right? And it's not a force feed thing, right? If you're new on this journey, I know sometimes when we first awaken, it's kind of like, oh my God, I had a revelation. You just kind of want to share it with the world and kind of like save everybody, right? And it's kind of like, that's not what this is for. This is about you being the best version of yourself and doing the things within you and allowing your life to speak for itself. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys so much. That's funny, these messages that are coming through today. Anyway, I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. You're worthy, deserving, loved, valuable, needed, glorious, expansive, creative, delicious, dynamic, all of the things, all of the things. So I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I will see you soon. Later, my beloveds.